When you come to hear the Canberra Wind Symphony playing Apotheosis of this Earth, you're in for a real experience. Written in 1970 by Karel Hooser, it is one of the world's most iconic, yet rarely heard pieces of wind ensemble music. It is listed in the important works for the genre. What it is three movements of a story that resonates right now, albeit it's almost 50 years old. In it he explores what are we doing to our planet, what are we doing to our civilization, how much damage can we stop doing if we just think about it and make some changes. The second movement, we have the destruction effectively of the earth according to the composer, because we didn't listen to the warnings of environmental damage, but also of greed and war. And the third movement is called Postscript, and it's a reflection on where humanity was and where it sort of sits in its own dust now. So it's pretty edgy. Another work on this particular afternoon's program is And the Angel's Call by James Swearingen. It's a reflective piece, but also one of celebration, and the story is quite touching. There was a college in the States that lost three of its students, either recent alumni or serving students from their music program. One was a flautist, one a trumpeter, and the other a tubist. And through three separate incidents, they died within a few months of each other. So a work was commissioned to celebrate the lives of those particular young musicians. And in this, quite expectedly, you would hear solo works from flute and trumpet and the tuba, but it really does have celebratory elements throughout it, as well as reflective elements, as a whole community got together to express the sorrow that went with the passing, but really the celebration of life that had been lived up to that point. For the finale in this concert, in amongst other works which I haven't discussed here, we're going to play Angel of Mercy by David Maslanka. It's based on Bach chorales. It's based on three of them from all of Bach's chorales, which the composer was quite close to. So it starts off with a lovely woodwind blending of bassoon and bass clarinets, which is really evocative and very Bach-like, but fairly rapidly gets into these waterfalls, I guess is the best description of woodwinds with brass penetrating through this tumultuous sounds as it grows into the full, huge ensemble sound that you can only get from a wind ensemble, with the percussion and the brass and the woodwinds going all for it, not in a raucous fashion, but in a beautiful, evocative, but jubilant and vibrant way. Sometime later, it draws us back into the reflectiveness of the chorales and why they were written initially, and again we finish with some woodwind, beautiful Chalumeau woodwind sounds, and including some lovely piano work from Emily. So it really is a treat, and it's a great thing to bring to the capital region, a great thing to bring to Australia to play this work. And we really are quite delighted to be finishing our dedication, if you will, to David Maslanka this year, coming up here in the Emerald concert on Sunday the 16th of September.